scored as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
On first down, Robinson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Fourth down, here's Haskins. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Foles. The open man is Westbrook. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And they win it the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Tempo.
You gotta get to the ball, D. You gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
One.
Mike 5.
On second and 12, Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a third and long after that sack.
Here we go again. Mike 5.
Hey, someone.
Hey,
Bravo.
Mike 5. Hey. Mike 5. Let's go, D.
Great.
Hey, Delta. Sponge. No.
Foles. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was going
situation.
to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Stop here, D. Check.
This is Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First down, Washington.
Mike 36.
On first down, it's Haskins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. To throw on third down. Haskins got his man complete over the middle. That's Chandler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Chandler again the target, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 536. 536.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Haskins will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Foles. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Check 50. Check 50. Shift. Hayden forward.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Under 10. 10. Here we go.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You got it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Haskins to throw. That'll be caught by Jordan Leggett, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Toss play to Robinson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 49-yard line.
The system, Mike. Defense wins championships, baby.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Haskins. He finds his man. That's Butler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Washington.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1, Haskins. He finds Robinson. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Check 43. Check 13. Check 13. Watch the edge.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Great.
Here's Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lambeau is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
This is taken at his 4. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Leonard Fournette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check 25. No. Under.
Now they try the right side here. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let this one go deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
I got you, son. Check 37. Check 26.
13.
Hey, check 24.
Here we go.
This is Fournette. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Back to you. Twist. Out. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check 24. Check 24. Slam. Slam. Check 52. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's Geis, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
That's good. Big hit.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a run with Geis, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Go ahead. Watch out. Watch out.
Here we go on 4th down. Haskins and Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
36 to Mike. Mike, 36. No, 36. Watch 36. 36. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, 36.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the 41, Foles. That one complete. He finds Sharp. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go!
Mike, fine. You can't block me. You can't.
Hey, Silver.
Fire's the mic.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Fournette. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 29, Haskins. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. Haskins now 9 of 17 through the air. Open man completes it to Butler. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Haskins on first down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Leggett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's complete to Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Throwing again, here's Haskins. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Haskins to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Jags, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.